The TIM model, or also known as the Technology Integration Matrix, provides a framework where describing and targeting the use of technology that enhance learning. The TIM model incorporates 5 independent characteristics of meaningful learning environment: the active, collaborative, constructive, authentic, and goal-directed. There are elements of TIM lessons. Let's start from heightening anticipation, wherein in this part, it describes what is happening during the lesson. The second one is the deepening expectation, wherein in this part, it describes how you are warning the learner to the content and to the creativity. The last one is the extending. It happens during the delivered lesson for the ending part. It describes how you are assisting the learner out the back end of the lesson and beyond in both content and creativity.
So oftentimes, the analysis process can be overwhelming for the instructional designer. It involves many hours of research and interviewing to improve your skills to determine course expectation of your audience. The purpose of this analysis process is to discover as much as you can about the following. One of the first things that you should consider as instructional designer is to understand exactly what is overlooked these steps by assuming various concepts without really analyzing the purpose for creating a course. Understanding why a course or program is needed will help you navigate through the various phases of ADDIE model, including the analysis process. Another reason to know the purpose is to identify the actual skills and expectation of the course program. For example, in the corporate world, all too often managers quickly look at the training as the key to solving all their problems. These managers fail to recognize the difference between management issues and training issues. To learn more about the design phase for this process,
the concept of instructional design can be traced back to as early as the 1950s, developed for the U.S. Army by the Center for Education Technology at Florida State University. ADDIE was later implemented across all branches of the U.S. Armed Forces. The ADDIE model was based on an early ID model, the 5-step approach, which had been developed by the U.S. Air Force. The ADDIE model retained this 5-step feature and included many sub-stages within each of the 5 broad phases. So, here's the ADDIE stages. First is analysis. The analysis phase can be considered as the goal-setting stage. The focus of designer in the phase is on the target audience. It also here the program matches the level of skills and intelligence that each student participant shows. This is to ensure that what they already know won't be duplicated and that the focus will instead be on topics and lessons that students have to yet explore and learn. In this phase, instructions distinguish between what the students already know and what they should know after completing this course. With the help of online materials, such as web courses, a structure can be determined as the primary guide for the syllabus. At the end of the program, instructional analysis will be conducted to determine what subjects or topics are to be included. The analysis phase generally addresses the following issues and questions. First, what is the typical background of the students or participants who will undergo the program? What is the target group? What are the educational goals, past knowledge levels, experiences, ages, interests, cultural background, etc. of the learners? Second, what do the students need to accomplish at the end of the program? What are the learners' needs? The third one is what will be required in the terms of skills, intelligence, outlook, and physical psychological action reaction? What are your desired learning outcomes in terms of knowledge, skills, attitude, behavior? And fourth one, determining popular methods being used around the subject and taking a look at what needs to be developed and improved. Are they adequate? What aspect needs to be added, clarified, and improved upon? Fifth, determining target objectives of the project. What instructional goals does the project focus on? Next, determining the various options available with respect to learning environment. What is the most conducive learning environment? A combination of live or online discussions? What are the pros and cons between online and classroom-based study? What delivery option is to be chosen? What type of learning environment is preferred? Does one have opt for online or face-to-face or a blend of both? If online is preferred, what will be the difference in learning outcome between classroom-based learning and web-based learning?
Design. This stage determines all goals, tools to be used to gauge performance, various tests, subject matter analysis, planning, and resources. In the design phase, the focus is on learning objectives, content, subject matter analysis, exercise, lesson planning, assessment instrument, and use of media selection. The approach should be systematic with a logical, orderly process of identification, development, and evaluation of planned strategies, which the attainment of the project goals should follow with a specific set of rules, and each element of instructional design plan must be created with attention. This systematic approach makes sure that everything follows within a rational and planned strategy or a set of strategies that has the ultimate goal of reaching the project's goals.
The development production. The development stage starts the production and testing of the methodology being used in the project. In this stage, designers make use of data collected from the two previous stages and use this information to create a program that will relay the needs to be taught to participants. The development stage is all about putting it into action. This phase includes three tasks, namely drafting, production, and evaluation. Development thus involves creating and testing of learning outcomes. It aims to address the following questions. So here is the first question. Is the time frame being adhered to in relation to what has been accomplished in terms of material? Are you creating materials as per schedule? The second question is, do you see teamwork various participants? Are the members working effectively as a team? Fourth is, are the materials produced up to task on what they were intended? Are participants contributing as per their optional capacity? The implementation stage reflects the outcomes modification of the program to make sure maximum efficiency and positive results are obtained. Procedures is the key word here. Design education is done in the implementation phase. Designer play a very active role in this stage, which is crucial for the success of the project. Developers should consistently analyze, redesign, and enhance the product to ensure effective product delivery. Proper evaluation of the product, course, or program with necessary and timely revisions is done in phase. When instructors or learners' activity contribute during the implementation process, instantaneous modifications can be made to the project, thus making the program more effective and successful. The following are examples of what can be determined. First is advice on your preferred method of record keeping as well as the actual data you would like to mine from the experience of students interfacing with the project. Second is, what is the emotional feedback given to you by the teachers and students during initial demonstrations of the project? Are they genuinely interested, eager, critical, or resistant? As the project proceeds, do you see that teens are able to grasp the topic immediately, or do they need help? Explain how you are going to deal with any possible errors during the testing. What will your response be if, after presenting activities to students, things do go as planned? Fifth, did you prepare a backup tool in the event of initial failure of the project when technical and other problems arise? Do you have a backup strategy? Will you go for implementation on a small scale or a large scale? And lastly, when the students group projects the material, can they work independently or is constant guidance required? So last is we have evaluation. Evaluation is where you can judge whether the students failed or success of the work that a teacher would give. The last stage of the ADDIE method is evaluation. This is the stage in which the project is being subjected to meticulous final testing regarding the what, how, why, when of the things that were accomplished of the entire project. This phase can be broken down into the two parts formative. So that's all for today, dear. Bye!
The last stage of ADDIE method is evaluation. This is the stage which the project is being subjected to its final testing regarding the what, how, why, when of the things were accomplished or not accomplished of the entire project. This phase can be broken down into two parts, formative and summative. The formative happens when students and IDs are conducting study, while the summative portion occurs at the end of the program. The main goal of the evaluation stage is to determine the goals have been met and to establish what will be required moving forward in order to further the efficiency and success rate of the project. Every stage of ADDIE process involves formative evaluation. This is a multidimensional, essential component of the ADDIE process. Evaluation is done throughout the implementation with the aid of instructor and students. After implementation of a course or program is over, a summative is done for instructional improvement. Throughout the evaluation phase, the designer should ascertain whether problems relevant to the training program are solved and whether the desired objectives are met.